In this video, I'm going to talk about exactly how you can stand out in a very saturated market. So let's get into it. Here's the thing, you guys, what I need you to understand. Although the market is saturated, it's really not. There are so many people that need help. There are so many people that need your services. There are so many people that need you, that to even believe that the market is saturated is going to be along the wrong line of thinking. I think about like toilet paper. I think about the types of cars that are out there. I think about, the different types of restaurants. There's so much room for all of us that one of the first things that we need to break free from is the mindset that it's so saturated that there's no room, right? When we think about the basic laws of manifestation and the laws of the universe, it's looking at and operating from a place of overflow and abundance. So anytime you think it's saturated, I want you to sit back and I want you to realize that it's not. It's not saturated. There's so many people. There's so many people that don't even know that you exist. There's so many people that need help, but they don't even know that getting help is a valuable option. There's just so many people compared to the experts and authorities that we are, that there's always going to be people that need your help. Okay. So that's the first thing that I need you guys to understand, and the belief that I need to break through is that there's always more tables to be made and there's always more seats to bring up to the table, period. Okay. When I got out of that mindset that it was saturated, I started to just get people from everywhere that were wanting to work with me. I started to be more visible. I started to allow myself to see the possibility and stop letting these arbitrary rules and remarks and, the economy, this hold me back. Because at the end of the day, like, I am my source of income, period. So I say that all the time, but you really are. Okay. So that's the first thing. The next thing that I need you to really understand is that you are the damn niche. You are the thing, personal brand that people are attracted to. So it's what makes somebody attracted to one person and not attracted to the next. It's why somebody likes the way that somebody's pheromone smell compared to the next. It's why somebody will choose one college over the next. It's the differentiator that makes it up. In business, it's going to be you. Okay. So when I think about you specifically being the niche, like it's how you talk, it's how you act, it's how you dress, it's your vibe, right? And I know people don't want to go off of that. People should just pay me for my expertise. I mean, yeah, and right. But there's a reason why you went to a certain college to get that expertise that you got, or why you worked at a certain job, or why you picked that man or that woman. There's a certain reason why. So when we think about people purchasing from us from a business standpoint, you are the niche. So I want you to think about the language that you're using, the brand levers that make you rememberable, right? So when I think about specifically different artists, they have very different sayings, right? Producers specifically, when they're on a track, they have like must it on a beat. Like they have these markers that identify who it is, who made the product, who made the song, who made the composition. So it's the same thing in our lives and in our brand and our businesses. Like what makes you different, right? You actually have to expand on that and be so convicted on exactly what it is that you do and how you do it that can't nobody tell you shit. Like that's honestly the energy. So when I say you are the niche, you are the niche. You trying to be like everybody else is why you're exactly stuck where you've been, which is why you have the mindset of it's saturated, which is why you let things rock you and get you out of character. It's why you let one bad client experience makes you want to burn it all down, because you're forgetting who you are. So the beauty in that is that you can easily switch back to who you are by making a decision that I'm just going to be who I am today. So I get asked this question, how do I be more authentic? You get up and you document your process. You show the behind the scenes. You talk real life, right? You talk real. You don't allow these trends or these different people to take you out of your power. You don't. Okay. So when I think about you being the niche, like how you act, how you talk, how you walk, what you say, all those things make you up. All those things make up your personal brand. Okay. So for me, you guys know I wear red lipstick all the time. It's not the only color I wear, but I'm a lipstick girly through and through. If you follow me on Instagram, I walk like every single day. It's a part of my brand, and I, brained up my thoughts. I share my wisdom. I use my walks to honor the side of me that's like all about health, but also honor the side of me that's fluid and creative and allows me to just get out my thoughts. And that's what people love about me. And also, like, I'm a straight shooter. I'm going to tell you how it is, and I'm going to do it with love and compassion. So those are just parts of my personal brand that people remember. For some people, it's like ultra luxury. For some people, it's camping. For some people, it's I'm a huge sports fan for this type of, sports team. Those are going to be all things inside of your business that allow somebody to, I'm sitting in my car, so I'm like, who is next to my car? It was nobody. That's going to allow you to be remembered, okay? So think about the thing that people love about you most, do more of that and be more of that, okay? The next thing is going to be social proof, and not in the traditional way, right? So case studies are amazing, testimonies are amazing, but to be honest, like I have hundreds at this point of case studies and testimonials. Why people buy from me is me showing up and walking my walk and talking my talk. When I document my process, when I show people the way, when I show people possibility, when I own and I step into my power, when I'm vulnerable and make mistakes and talk about it, right? It's not necessarily airing my entire dirty laundry, but it's also about being honest about how hard it is, talking about the mistakes that I've made. I don't have to cry on camera to do that, but what I can do is share my learnings, my lessons, and what I'm going to do better. So if you haven't documented how you've gotten results, whether you're a weight loss coach, whether you are a somatic trauma coach, like documenting your journey is going to be the best seller more than any case study or testimonial. Because to be honest, case studies and testimonials, people, I mean, it's sad, but I've seen people fake that, and I've never done that, and I've seen people fake it. So it's like, what's going to separate you from your competition? And like what I learned when that client a few years ago stole my IP and resold it, which I talk about that on my I've talked about that on my Instagram, is that what I've learned is that like she could never repeat my results. She could never repeat my results and my journey and my vibe and me being the niche. Like she could never repeat that, which is why she's currently not, from what I can see, she's not in business right now. She's not selling anything that I know of. So, right, when I think about like the universe taking care of what you needed to take care of, like your clients are buying from you because of the connection they feel with you, not based off of like so-and-so's results necessarily. Like obviously you need to be able to get people results. Obviously you need to be in integrity and, you know, be able to produce. And at the end of the day, like your story is going to be much more powerful, because at the end of the day, think about when we first all started, how did you get your first sale? You got your first sale, your first 10 sales based off of your story. So the more that you can share that, and when I did actually a few years ago when I tested this with my ads, I tested a client case study versus my own case study of my results. I far outperformed from an ad spend perspective and a conversion perspective using my perspective and my case study compared to using somebody else. So social proof from a place of like documenting the process is going to be the best seller and the best seller compared to anything else. Okay. So social proof from a perspective of your story and documenting the process. And when they say build in silence, no, don't build in silence, build in public, and people respect you and trust you so much more. Okay. The next part of this, when I think about, just standing out in a saturated market and differentiating yourself, is like owning your own big ideas, right? Here's the thing, y'all know what everybody's talking about. Like somebody's already done it. So we can sit here all day and be like, I'm this disruptor in the industry and da da da. Sure, you may be disruptive in a industry. You may be disruptive in your own life. But at the end of the day, we all have learned from somebody else in some way, shape, or form. It's not necessarily your original thought. How you apply it, how you execute it, is your original thought. And that's what needs to be talked about. And that's what needs to be shared. So the more that you can identify from a brand perspective of your unique idea. So for me, it's leads on autopilot. It's a 7-figure upgrade. It's cold to enrolled. It's talking about sell them something, right? Like those are brand markers and levers. And my big ideas, like offer pathway versus offer suite. Those are all big ideas and big themes that I've been able to give my clients insight on and advice on, that I repeat myself over and over, that people start to conceptualize and they believe it, which is what we want. That's all marketing is. So when you have your own big ideas and you're loud about your big ideas, you win, because you don't sound like everybody else, because they're your own ideas and you're taking something like an old dog and you're applying new tricks. And that's really what that looks like. And from a formality perspective of like marketing, that's how you're going to actually stand out, is like looking at your vehicle to get results as the pathway for your clients to find you and to want to work with you. So when I talk about like offers and unique propositions specifically, right, what makes you different? The thing that makes you different, somebody else may be doing something similar, but again, it's your brand, it's your vibe, you are the niche. And it's also about being able to further expand on your concepts and proving competent on how you're able to get results for yourself and other people. So when I think about marketing and offer specifically, one of the big things I think about with my clients and talk about is like, what's your vehicle to result? So like for weight loss example, maybe your vehicle for weight loss is keto. Maybe your vehicle for weight loss, if you're certified to do this, is maybe helping people leverage like Ozempic. Maybe your tool for weight loss is counting macros. Your vehicle or your tool is going to be the most important thing that you talk about and hash on over and over again, and then having your own unique spin inside of that. So maybe traditional keto is like, you have to eat super clean, but maybe you found a way where you don't have to eat, cheese and meat all day. You can eat other things that are keto that actually satisfy you and get your results, so you're not feeling like you're restricted because you're on a keto diet, right? So whatever that is, your vehicle is going to be the most profound. Okay. Talking about it over and over again is going to help you stand out compared to your competition. Okay. You want to repeat, remind, and that's going to lead people to remember. When you remind and repeat, people will remember. So it's super important for you to do that. And when I say that, like, you've got to get loud. You've got to be everywhere. You've got to be visible. You got to remind people that you have something for sale. You've got to, repeat that offer over and over again so it sticks with them. And you may have to say it 10 or 15 different ways. And then from there, they're going to remember you. They're going to remember your offer. They're going to remember, exactly your vehicle to get them results. They're going to remember exactly how you've gotten results and that they can trust you. They're going to see you consistently in their newsfeed on your ads or on YouTube or whatever that may be. And they're going to trust you so much more. They're going to believe you. They're going to fall in love with the process they're about to experience. And that's the goal. Okay. The last part of this here is, I tell this to all my clients, 10 toes down. You've got to take up more space. You've got to be more visible. At the end of the day, to get to $1 million business, lead generation is going to be key, right? You need to be able to generate leads from a perspective of like being the most visible, being in their newsfeed, being everywhere without being everywhere, right? So being on YouTube, being on Instagram, having your core platforms, but also like running ads have changed the game. When you can run ads and you can be visible, when people have clicked on your sales pages or clicked to work with you, right, and they haven't bought yet, when you can be top of mind, you're top of mind, and that's what's going to get people to buy. So take up more space. Like, 99% of people are not doing this, you guys. The more loud you are, the more visible you are, the more you're going to win, period. I've seen this hand over foot so many times. Okay. So if I can leave you with anything in this video, like, standing out in a saturated market is easy by just doing 99% of things that people won't do. Get visible, focus on generating leads. You are the damn niche. Get delusional about it and just go sell your offers, because when you sell, you change lives. When you change lives, you make an impact. When you make an impact, you make a hell of a lot of money doing it. So hopefully this video was helpful. Hit the like button, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.